Good morning. This is Mr. H. I am going to do a video on being able to put a polynomial into standard form, being able to find the degree, the leading coefficient, and constant. So let me just jump in and start with my explanation. What you see on my screen, my iPad, is two pictures of two recent graduates from a university. Now, I don't know which university they graduated from. I'm not sure where their degrees are from, but what I do know is when you see a cap and gown, that usually represents graduation. That means they've completed whatever they needed to complete to get the degree. Now, I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to put this PhD. That means that you graduated and you've gotten the highest degree that you can get in the US. So when you get a PhD, you're going to get a degree, and that's the highest degree that you can get. Now, the reason that I've started with this image is that that's what degree means when you're talking about a polynomial. It means the highest exponent of that polynomial. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to look at a bunch of polynomials. We're going to put them into standard form. We're going to find the degree. We're going to find the leading coefficient, and we're going to find the constant. I'm going to do maybe three or four of them, three or four examples. And hopefully by the end of the video, you'll go, okay, I understand what degree is. I understand what standard form is. I also know how to find the rest of the items as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Delta Math. Now, these are some questions that I created because I didn't find exactly what I wanted on Delta Math, so I created these myself. So I'm going to just jump in and let's just go. So the very first one that I see is it says, what is the degree of the following polynomial? What is the leading coefficient? What is the constant? Boom, it gives you this. Okay, now, so what I am going to do is the first thing is I'm going to put this polynomial in standard form. By the way, this polynomial has four terms. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in standard form. Now, standard form just means the highest exponent, the term with the highest exponent goes first. So you can see the highest exponent is a 4, so that goes first. So it's going to be 2x to the, I'm going to use the shift. Okay, so that's the leading term. Now, for standard form, you just go to the next highest exponent. So it's going to be 3x squared. So I'm going to put plus 3x squared, okay? And then you go to the next highest exponent. Now, the next highest exponent is going to be here because this has a 1. The 5 is a constant. It has an exponent, but it doesn't have a variable. So in a sense, you would say that the exponent for this would be 0. Okay, so I'm going to go minus x, and then I'm going to put plus 5. Now, the way you should look at this is the highest exponent is the degree. The coefficient of this term is the leading coefficient because it always goes first. This is the constant. So it says, what's the degree? The degree is 4. What's the leading coefficient? The leading coefficient is 2. What's the constant? The constant is 5. And then that's it. Submit it. Says, nice job. Okay, let's do another one. Right. So this one, actually, I don't like this one. Let's go here. So now we have this. It says, what's the degree of the polynomial? What's the leading coefficient? Okay. So again, you find the term that has the highest exponent. It's the first one. It's already first, so we don't have to do anything except copy it. 7x to the 5th power. Now, the next highest is plus 2x squared. Now, this is rare, but it happens. This one was already in standard form. We didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to do anything except copy it down. Now, what's the degree? The degree is the highest exponent, so we're going to say 5. The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the leading term or the term with the highest degree, so that's going to be 7. And the constant is always going to be a number. It never, ever will have a variable, so 6. And we submit it. Boom, done. We got about 4 minutes. We're almost 5 minutes. I'm going to do maybe 2 more. Let's see here. I'm looking for a particular question. So let me see. Five. Yeah, this is a good one. Because I want you guys to see this. Now, again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put it into standard form first. So the highest exponent is the 3. So this is going to be, and I'm going to put a 1 here because that is technically the coefficient. Okay, and then I'm going to go here. The next highest exponent is 2. So it's going to be plus 5x squared. And then the next one would be 2x to the first power. So it's going to be plus 2x to the first power. And we're done. That's standard form. Now, what's the degree? The degree is the highest exponent. So we're going to say 3. What's the leading coefficient? Now, even though this doesn't have a number in front of it, there is an implied number of 1. So I put 1 for the leading coefficient. Now, this one is the one where a lot of students get messed up. Even though there is no number here, there is. If you don't see one, we would say it's 0. So you would say the constant is 0. It's never going to be a variable, ever. Okay, so if you don't see a constant, you always assume it's 0. Okay, and that would be it. So I'm going to submit this, and boom, done. Okay, I think that's it. So let me go back. Degree just means the highest exponent that the polynomial have, or has. And the reason I'm using this image is these two have just gotten their PhD, which is the highest degree that you can obtain in the US. So we use that idea, degree, highest exponent, highest degree. Now, um, so so now after that, the coefficient of the term with the highest exponent is the leading coefficient. And then the constant will always be a number and it will always be last. Okay? That's it. Now, just need practice. That's it. This question shows up a lot on the Regents. They always give one question. Sometimes they ask for standard form. Sometimes they'll ask for the degree. Sometimes they'll ask for the constant. You have to know them. Okay? But that's it. I'm going to stop and post.